It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
From Rich Giolella Field on the campus of Steinert High School, we welcome you to another presentation of CVC Baseball on WBCB, where this afternoon the surprise team across the CVC, the Ewing Blue Devils, travel to face off with the 3-4 Steinert Spartans. And a pleasant good afternoon to everybody. Alongside the Mercer County Hall of Famer Rich Fisher, I'm Jordan Hirsch. Fish, Ewing, they've got an influx of youth this year. They're going to be starting 4 freshmen. They have many underclassmen on this team. In fact, 9 freshmen out of their 18-man roster. They come into this game with a record of 5-3. This influx of youth has really provided an offensive spark for Dave Angebrandt's squad. They come in winners of 4 of their last 5. As for Steinert, a record of 3-4 off to their toughest start since 2013, coming off of a tough 10-0 loss against Hillsborough on Sunday. They're going to look to bounce back as they send Joe Maglione to the mound this afternoon here at home.
Yeah, do you know what the Bizarro world is, Jordan?
I don't. How about you enlighten me?
The Bizarro world is from Superman. It's where everything is opposite. Right is left, up is down, goodbye is hello. Well, today's game is the Bizarro world for high school baseball. We're used to seeing Steinert with the winning record. We're used to seeing Ewing scuffling. But like you mentioned, the Blue Devils come in here with a young, hungry team, 2 games over 500, and Steinert is the scuffler at 3-4. Devils bats have come alive of late, 22 runs in their last 2 games, both victories. Won 4 of their last 5, and during that time, 39 runs and 47 hits during that period, already surpassing last year's win total of 4. And as you mentioned, they've done it with youth. It's young, hungry kids. They don't care that this program hasn't been winning. They're playing varsity baseball. They're excited to be playing varsity baseball, and they're just going out there and killing it. And now whether the Devils can maintain this kind of success over a full season remains to be seen. But confidence breeds confidence, and Ewing has a lot of it right now. Steinert, on the other hand, coming in on a 2-game losing streak, and you don't ever want to say it's a must-win in April, but for the Spartans, I kind of think this is a win that they've got to have because they have Princeton Day School on Friday. Then they face a string of 9 straight opponents that currently have winning records. Now, some of them are just a game over 500, but they have winning records. So Steinert needs to turn things around, not let this losing streak get out of control. Brian Giolella, although it's not, as you mentioned to me when I came in, Brian Giolella not the Steinert coach today. He was ejected 2 games ago and has to sit out. Rick Freeman will be running the team today, and that's not really much of a stretch. Rick's the post-31 manager in the summer. But either one, Brian or Rick, they turn to Joe Maglione to try to right this ship. He's been one of several hurlers that have thrown the ball well for Steinert. He comes in at 2-1, 175, 13 Ks in 12 innings. His 3rd start, he's got swing and miss stuff when he's on. Ewing counters with one of those freshmen you were talking about, Jake Bush on the mound. Bush is interesting. It's his first start. He's only pitched 2 innings. He has a 17.50 ERA, but he's 1-0. Picked up the win with 2 relief innings against Notre Dame. The big thing for him, obviously, throw strikes. Don't try to get cute. Don't try to actually either think you can blow it past him either. Don't get in trouble with walks. Just throw strikes. The difference between these 2 teams right now has been offensively. Ewing, they're not tearing the cover off the ball. 270 team average. That doesn't sound like much, but it's 34 points higher than Steinert's 2.36 mark. And again, the freshman leading the way. Mason Chisholm, 348. Zach Greener, 438. Thomas Ordino, 357. 2 other guys over 340. Sam Simpkins, 346. He's a senior getting in on the fun. And then the sophomore, Wilfrey Rodriguez. That's 5 300 batters. Steinert counters with 3. John Capara, 462. Stephen Wright, 353. Nico Feniello, 333. But the rest of the lineup just trails off drastically. And that's one of the problems that Steinert's had in this start. They have got to get other bats going in order to give this lineup some length. You can have those ties up top, get on all you want, but if there's nobody driving them in, that's not good. To me, Ewing's playing with the house money. They haven't had great success over the years. There's not for a long time, since really the Andy Greener days, has this been a solid baseball program. I mean, they've had flashes here and there. So, and nobody expected much out of such a young roster. So these kids just keep doing what they're doing. Go out, have fun, keep playing loose and simple, and enjoy the game. Now, Steinert, they've got this great tradition of winning, and it always applies a little more pressure on a Spartan team each and every year. They need to come out here. They need to not press, despite what I'm saying, that there's always pressure on them. They need to come out here. They need to remember what baseball's all about. Come out and have fun, play a clean game, get aggressive on the base paths, try and scratch out a win, maybe get going from there. And we will see how things go in the Bizarro world, my friend.
Today's game on WBCB is being brought to you by the Capital Health System, the Revere Restaurant, Kessel Dermatology, the New Jersey Education Association, Team Toyota, the Hamilton Township Animal Shelter, Saul Funeral Homes, the Hamilton Township Education Association, the Trenton Thunder, the Hamilton Township Division of Health, DiLorenzo's The Berg, Hyundai of Trenton, the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, Chris's Auto Body, the Trentonian, Haldeman Ford, and Mayor Bert Steinman of Ewing Township.
So now, wait a minute. Brian Giolella is handing out the lineup card. Does that mean he can hand out the lineup card, but not coach?
That's what we've been told, at least. Brian Giolella in attendance, but it should be Rick Freeman as the acting manager today for Steinert. We'll have lineups and first pitch on the other side of this break here on WBCB.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a fourth-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
Back here from Rich Giolella Field, campus of Steinert High School, Joe Maglione getting his warm-up tosses in, and let's take a look at the Ewing Blue Devil lineup he will face on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon here in Hamilton Township. Leading it off will be the third baseman Mason Chisholm, followed by catcher Michael Gamboa Ordini and the shortstop Sam Simpkins. Center fielder Sam Leibowitz bats cleanup, the pitcher Jake Bush bats fifth, and the first baseman Ryan Gregg sixth. The bottom three are the left fielder Zach Greener, right fielder Tommy Ordini, and the second baseman is Wilfrey Rodriguez. Taking on Joe Maglione, who in 3 games this season, 12 innings, 18 hits, he has not gotten any help from his defense. He's allowed 13 runs. Just 2 of those runs are earned, though, Fish. Pitching to a sub-2 ERA. He gave up 8 unearned runs against Princeton his last time out on April 7th. 9 runs in total, only 1 of them earned in 4 innings. Did strike out 3 Little Tigers in that game, and now looking to right the ship for Steinert, facing this young Ewing Blue Devil offense that has really had no trouble early on this season, and leading it off is going to be the third baseman Mason Chisholm, who comes into this game 8 for 23, the team leader in runs scored. He's already been plated 9 times.
And we're not sure what happened because we were all told that Brian Giolella was not going to manage this game, coach this game. Brian Giolella himself told one of our sources he was not managing today, but he is, in fact, standing in his usual spot in the dugout with the lineup card in his hand, coaching the team. So we're not sure. We're guessing that maybe he appealed this, and that's why he's back in the dugout. So cancel that part about Rick Freeman.
Yeah, that means he's definitely got a very short string with the umpires today, that's for sure.
Yeah, you would think, yeah.
Maglione drops in a slider for strike 2. It's a ball and 2 strikes on Chisholm.
And you know what you were mentioning about all the errors behind Maglione, and yet he's still he kind of he's still pitching well. It's tough to pitch through those kind of mistakes all the time. You know, you can start to blow up, and credit to him as a senior, he sort of kept his cool about all this.
That one's grounded foul. It remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, Maglione's still averaging over a strikeout per inning, 13 strikeouts in 12 innings pitched. The man at the plate right now, Mason Chisholm, he's been a tough out over his last 2 games. 4 for 6, 3 RBIs, a triple, 3 walks, and 4 stolen bases in his last 2. And right on cue, he swings and misses, and Maglione has his first strikeout of the day.
You do have a way of teeing it up, don't you, pal?
The Jordan Jinx gets the first batter of this ball game here from Steinert. 1 gone here in the first, and here comes Michael Gamboa Ordini. 6 for 26 through the first 8 games is Gamboa Ordini. That's a .231 clip.
And if the listeners, viewers, to detect an upbeat tone in our voices today, we're long-suffering Flyers fans, Jordan and I, who are celebrating the Flyers in the playoffs. Jordan's celebrating a little more than me. He doesn't care how much the tickets are going for. He's getting playoff tickets, he says.
We are getting in the building. No ifs, ands, or buts, Fish.
Good for you.
The 2-0 pitch to Gamboa Ordini hits him right off that elbow guard. I think the home plate umpire, he pointed as if he wanted an appeal down to first, but there was no swing. And so Gamboa Ordini is aboard. And here comes Sam Simpkins, who's one of the few Ewing players with more than 1 year varsity experience.
Yeah. This is the third batter plunked by Maglione this year.
Simpkins wastes no time with a big swing and a miss. It's no balls and 1 strike. Sam Simpkins comes in red hot on a 5-game hitting streak. He's 8 for his last 18 with a double, 7 RBIs, and 7 runs scored, and that 8 hits in a 5-game stretch is the most during a 5-game stretch for Sam Simpkins during his 4-year career. That was after starting the season just 1 for 8. Pitch from Maglione, another slider and another wave and a miss.
Should mention that Gus and Nick here are Happy Flyers fans too. They're not on the air, but we will voice their joy. And so is PA Deluxe man Andy Sinclairis.
This one's grounded towards third. It takes a weird hop, and it goes in and out of the glove of Tommy Ditta. Everybody will be safe. Bad hop base hit or an error? Fish, it's our first, I guess, official score dispute of the day.
Well, Andy's calling it an error, so it's an error.
No, I have no book today. I have no control.
Well, who put the error? Oh, well, somebody. Okay.
Yeah, from the booth.
Oh,
So
they're doing. All right, Steinert gives an error.
So 2 are aboard now, and it's the center fielder, Sam Leibowitz. Leibowitz, another one of those players with a bunch of varsity experience. Just 4 for 17 to start the year, though, and he takes down and away. It's 1 ball and no strikes.
See, this is why baseball stats, high school baseball stats, are skewed sometimes, because Steinert's in their dugout giving an error. Ewing's in their dugout. They might be giving a hit on that.
This one's popped up, shallow left. Sprinting in is John Copera, the left fielder, and he's got it. And no dispute over that one. F7 for the second out.
And, I mean, both teams, might be, Ewing wants to give their guy a hit. And so I've said for years they should have an official scorer at every one of these games, but I don't know if anybody would be crazy enough to want to do that job.
That might be a retirement job for you, Fish.
Yeah, if they'd pay me. If they'd pay me. But you got to find somebody for every game.
First pitch here to the pitcher, Jake Bush, is down and away. Well, Fish, you might have to have some conversations with the NJSIAA.
Well, that would at least keep some consistency to it, But I'll tell you, whoever did it would get an earful from from people, so you better have a thick skin if you're going to do that. You probably get more grief than an umpire.
It'd be a thankless job, that's for sure.
Would it? Actually, I don't think anybody cares when you give somebody a hit. Nobody's getting an error. The guy's getting a hit. Maybe the pitcher, because his ERA is going to go up if the guy scores.
1-1 on the way to Bush. Popped up. This time shallow right field. Settling under it is Nick Lepore. And he makes the grab for out number 3. So Joe Maglione works around a couple of base runners. Strands 2 in the top of the first. We go to the bottom half of the inning. It's Ewing nothing. Steinert coming up.
Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a 4th-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
Since 1899, proud to be a part of your greater Hamilton Township community is Saul Funeral Home. Saul Funeral Home is a 4th-generation family-owned business that proudly supports our community and has guided families in Mercer County when they need it the most. Saul Funeral Homes. You can visit their website, saulfuneralhomes.com, to find out more. They sponsor today's game. Saul Funeral Homes hopes you enjoy today's broadcast. And today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who would like to take this opportunity to wish all of our students the best of luck this school term. We're proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. Back here from Rich Giolella Field, Ewing, they stranded 2 in the top of the first, and now it's the freshman hurler Jake Bush out on the mound. Let's take a look at the Steinert lineup that he will face this afternoon. It'll be the center fielder Dom DeFrancis leading it off, followed by the right fielder Nick Lepore, and the designated hitter is Matt Morris. First baseman Marco G. Ambrone bats cleanup, hitting 5th. The catcher Nico Feniello, and then third baseman Tommy Ditta bats 6th. The bottom 3, the shortstop J.J. Bukianico, second baseman Stephen Wright, and the left fielder is John Copera. And they're facing the freshman right-hander Jake Bush. This is his first career start. He's had 2 relief appearances, most recently way back on April 2nd against Notre Dame. So far this season, Fish, 2 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. He has struck out 4, but control has been an issue for Bush, to say the least. Just 2 walks, but he's already hit 3 batters in those 2 innings.
Yeah, that's tough.
He's got a bit of a 3/4 arm angle, which has got to be a little tough on right-handers. He's not coming in at you straight over the top. It'll be the left-handed batter, Dom DeFrancis, leading it off for Steinert. DeFrancis, 4 for 19 so far this year. That's just 211 after an all-CVC second-team campaign last season. Probably not off to the start that he was hoping for after he hit 373 a year ago. And he sees a first-pitch fastball in there for strike 1.
Still early. Still early, you never know.
A 1 check swing hit foul. Still early for DeFrancis, but he's trying to avoid something today that he's never done in his career, which is going 3 straight games without reaching base.
Ah. So Andy Sinclair's PA man just told me an interesting story about scoring. And
DeFrancis down on 3 pitches.
I won't mention teams or names, but at a recent game, someone from Steinert's side was doing the scoring, and they weren't going easy on Steinert. And Andy's up here in the press box, and all he's doing is putting up hitter error. And the first base coach from the opposite team came down and started screaming at Andy about the scoring. And Andy goes, "I'm just doing what I'm told." So people are a little nuts.
Well, here's Nick Lepore digging in. Lepore, he's hitting 286 through his first 7 games of his varsity career.
You know, Jordan, back in the day during good pitch. During when American Legion was still going strong back in the 80s, they would pay us to score games. They would pay somebody covering the game $25 to be the scorer. $25 was good back then.
You'd do it for $25 now, wouldn't you?
No. Not now.
Short, sweet, and to the point, Rich Fisher.
Yeah. You'd have to give me a lot more than that.
2 balls and 1 strike, the count on Lepore. This one's bounced out towards shortstop. Simpkins takes it on a pair of hops. And there's 2 down here in the first.
Because it was more than just scoring. Then you had to do the box score and have the box score all done up and send it to the papers and everything like that. So
there's a lot of work behind the scenes that goes into it that nobody would think of, right?
Right, yeah, exactly.
Now the batter will be Matt Morris. 0 for 4 over his last 2 games. He started the year hot, 5 for 15.
I had a guy, Pete the Greek. He was a legend back in the day. Always kept score at Trenton State, now College of New Jersey. And wait for this pitch.
Morris swings at it, hits a little cue shot, charging it and making the play on the run is the third baseman Chisholm, but then he throws it by Gregg over there at first. And Morris is going to be able to hustle up to second. He's in there with a slide. And so a runner in scoring position now for Steinert on the error.
Yeah, I don't think that was a question.
Both third basemen so far have committed errors in this first inning. And here comes Marco Giambrone. Giambrone, we talked about it the last time me and you did a Steinert game, Fish, against Nottingham a couple of weeks ago. Giambrone was figuring to be a big part of the rotation this year, ended up needing Tommy John surgery during the offseason, and now looking to contribute this season with his bat exclusively, and hasn't really gotten off to a great start. Just 1 for 14. That one hit, of course, was
a big one.
It was the 3-run inside the park home run against Nottingham on opening day.
Yeah.
And a healthy cut that time. And it's no balls and 2 strikes on the Steinert cleanup man.
Yeah, so getting back to Pete the Greek, he asked me, he ran a collegiate baseball league in the area. And they played at Mercer County Park. Let's wait and see this pitch.
0-2 from Bush, taken outside.
And he asked me to score for him, and he said he'd give me $25. I said, all right, that's not bad. Drive over to Mercer Park. Then I get there, and he tells me that I'm responsible for bringing the equipment to every game, bringing it home with me, and then making sure that I got to chase down the foul balls. I had to make sure that they got the foul balls back, and he only gave the umpires 3 balls. So, and I told the home team they had to chase the balls, and they didn't bother chasing it, and then I'm trying to run around. I lasted 2 games with that stupid job.
GM Roan goes down swinging, so a pair of strikeouts for Jake Bush in the bottom of the first. He strands a runner out there at second. We go to the second and do not think that this story of Fish having to run down the foul lines to chase foul balls back in the 80s is anywhere over. We'll be back after this on WBCB.
Spring sports season is here, which means practices, games, tournaments, and a lot more time in the car. And with rising gas prices, those trips to the field can really add up. At Team Toyota, we're the MVP of MPG, with a huge selection of new and certified Toyota models, hybrid, electric, or gas. We've got the right option for you to drive. Plus, our award-winning service and collision centers will help keep you in the game. Team Toyota, ready for wherever the season takes you. Stop in today or visit teamlanghorn.com.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology is the place for all general dermatology needs for acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, hives, warts, and other growths. They have a friendly and courteous staff, and they can usually offer appointments within 24 hours for emergencies. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
2026 is here, and just around the corner is another summer filled with Trenton Thunder baseball. Full and half season ticket memberships as well as multi-game packs are on sale now for the 2026 season. Scoreless as we go to the top of the second here from Rich Giolella Field, and for Ewing it's going to be 6, 7, and 8 due up for the first time in their order. Ryan Gregg, Zach Greener, and Tommy Ordini to face Joe Maglione, who's through 1 inning, hasn't allowed a hit so far, but he has hit a man, and Tommy Ditta over at third base committed an error last inning, so he's had to work around some base runners. Ryan Gregg, a multi-sport athlete at Ewing, and he takes a first pitch strike at 0-1. He's been the quarterback on the football team for the last 3 years and guided them to the sectional playoffs for the first time since 2022 last season.
Yep, and the Delaware Valley George Waugh Scholarship winner for his school. Bright young man.
Behind in the count, though, 0-2. And that's on the outside corner. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. And Joe Maglione has his second strikeout of the day.
Number 11, left fielder Zach Greener.
Good. Zach Greener coming up. So for the rest of the year, I would cover Trenton State games, and Pete the Greek would be in the press box. Every person that came in. Do you know Rich Fisher? He goes.
Shot towards right field, and it gets past the second baseman, Stephen Wright, and that's the first hit of the day for either side. Zach Greener, first pitch swinging. He continues to swing a hot bat. He came into this game the leader on the team in average, hitting .438, and that's going to climb with that single.
Yeah, and he was just the winning pitcher yesterday against, what was it, Bordentown, I think they played?
Ewing, they got a 12-2 Mercy Rule win over Bordentown. They've already scored 10 or more runs, Fish, in 3 games.
Zach Greener, winning pitcher yesterday.
That's a check swing for Tommy Ordini, and the base umpire says he went around, so it's 0-1.
Yeah, so Pete, every person that came in the press box, he'd say, I gave this kid a great job, and what's he do? Leaves me high and dry after 2 games.
Oh, so you're okay? Hang on a second. So you're complaining about having to do all this work and running down each line to get the foul balls and all that. You did it for 2 games?
Yeah. Are you kidding? If the original agreement was you come and you keep score of the game, then all of a sudden I get there and I'm hauling the equipment back and forth. I'm taking it in and out, bringing it out of my car. I'm running down foul balls for $25. You got to be kidding me.
I'm imagining you doing this, though, throughout an entire season. I didn't realize it was like a total of 4 hours of work.
It was whatever it wasn't worth it. Would you do that?
Well, not now.
I'd
have to get a little. I'd have to see a little bit more green than 25.
If he'd have told me from the get-go what it entailed, I would have said, all right, I'm not going to do it. Hey, he sprung it all on me. I think there was something else he hit him.
Yeah, that hit Ordini off the toe. And so that's already the second batter plunked by Maglione in this game. And it's first and second with one out. It's just like deja vu from the top of the first.
Yeah, he's working with traffic on the bases. But yeah, I mean, he that was false advertising what that job was supposed to be. And I just said, nah, Pete, no.
Yeah, you got a fast one pulled on you, Fish.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Well, I asked him, I said, so who scored for you? And he goes, I had to do it myself. I go, well, I said, couldn't get another sucker, huh?
Nobody else was silly enough to fall for it other than you?
Somebody else asked me about it. I go, don't do it. I said, do not do it.
The batter now is Wilfrey Rodriguez, and he takes a first pitch just high. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Rodriguez, he's been on base in 7 straight to begin the year, hitting 5. He's 5 for 16, so he's hitting at a .312 clip, which is well over 100 points higher than where he finished last season, 171.
And think about this, Jordan. These were all college kids in this dugout playing in basically a rec league in the summer, probably drinking beer in the dugout. And you think they're going to chase foul balls? That ain't happening.
That one's down and away. And a snap throw back to first. They've got a runner and a rundown. Let's see if Steinert can execute it well. And the dive. Did he get him? He did. Man, an all-out effort that time.
I wasn't sure about that one. I got camera tripod and the net in front of me, and so I can't say for sure.
That was Stephen Wright, who just barely clipped the heel of Ordini. So 2 are gone, and they hold the runner Greener over there at third. That's probably not going to make Dave Angebrant very happy, a runner getting picked off at first base with second base occupied.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's not one you see too often, is it?
2-1 to Rodriguez is a check swing foul ball. It's 2-2. For the most part, though, Fish, through the early part of the season, Ewing, despite being a young team with 9 freshmen, 3 sophomores as part of their 18-man roster, they've played a relatively clean brand of baseball. They haven't really been shooting themselves in the foot, and that's what's allowed them to get off to their best start since 2016.
Yeah, with all these young kids, you're thinking, they're going to be mistake prone. But so far, they're proving that the moment's not been too big for them.
Yeah, they've won 4 of their last 5 games. Looking to make it 3 in a row today for the first time since May of 2024. 2-2 from Maglione is grounded towards shortstop. Scooped up there by Bucanico, and he whips it over to first in time. Another runner left stranded in scoring position by Joe Maglione. He's through 2 scoreless out there on the hill. We go to the bottom of the second, still looking for our first run of the ball game here on WBCB.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
The Hamilton Township Division of Health offers a variety of free services to keep you and your community healthy. It's important for everyone to stay up to date on recommended vaccines. Whether you or a loved one needs an annual flu shot, COVID-19 vaccine, or a pneumonia shot, Hamilton's Division of Health is ready to help. You can learn more by visiting hamiltonnj.com/health. And now open in Hamilton, DiLorenzo's The Berg, 147 Sloan Avenue. Tyler DiLorenzo, third-generation pie maker, brings his iconic Trenton tomato pies back to Hamilton. Try their tomato pies, including their mustard pie or clam pie, fresh salads like their famous antipasta salad, along with homemade soups and sandwiches, and even more. Since 1938, the tradition of Chambersburg's iconic tomato pie back in Hamilton at DiLorenzo's The Berg, 147 Sloan Avenue. And there's over 1,400 tariff-free cars ready to go at Hyundai of Trenton, 1655 North Olden Avenue, Ewing Township. Hyundai Konas, Palisades, Tucson, Santa Fe's, and Elantras, all priced for immediate sale. Nico Feniello digs in to begin the bottom of the second. Still looking for our first run here from Rich Giolella Field.
You make it sound like we're deep into the game. Still
Here in the bottom of the second. Well, Fish, we've had the games we've done so far together have been very high scoring. We've already had like 3 or 4 runs typically by this point.
We could use a pitcher's duel. Not sure we'll get one today with the way this wind is blowing.
0-1 pitch is just above the letters. It's 1-1 the count.
I don't know. Sometimes it looks like it's going out the left. Other times it looks like it's coming in. So it's kind of blowing in here into the press box, and we're behind the plate. So I don't know.
That one's in there. It's 1-2. Yeah, sometimes you can't necessarily tell the way the wind's blowing just based on the flags. You got to feel it for yourself, right?
Yeah, right. That's how I see what the weather is in the morning. I just stand outside my door.
And that one was like a boomerang, and Feniello thought it was going to hit him square in the back. 2 balls and 2 strikes. You got to do the old baseball trick, Fish. You just grab a blade of grass and toss it up in the air, and that's how you can tell which way the wind's blowing.
Which way the wind blows, yeah. Is that baseball? I thought that was golf. Yeah.
It could be for both. 3 balls and 2 strikes here on Feniello. Nico Feniello, he had a game against Princeton last week where he went 4 for 5. Those were his only 4 hits of the season. Ground ball. Charging it is the third baseman. Chisholm juggles it, and Feniello's going to beat it. And so far, third base is like a black hole in terms of the errors. That's another E5. It's already Chisholm's second error of the day.
No, wasn't it E6 in the first inning?
I have it down as E5.
Wasn't, did it? Oh, okay.
That's how Matt Morris reached. Now we're going to have a courtesy runner coming in for Steinert.
Number 16, Alan Elliott.
It's Alan Elliott taking the place of the catcher Feniello over there at first. Here comes Tommy Ditta. Ditta, he scored a run, stole a base against Ewing last season in what was a 4-0 win for Steinert. The Spartans have really dominated this matchup over the years. They've won 14 of the last 15 against the Blue Devils, 8 straight here at home. As Ditta squares, drops it down. It's caught by Bush, and they're going to be able to double up the runner over there at first. Heads-up play by the freshman on the mound, and that's why you work on PFP. Pitcher's fielding practice. That comes in clutch there, and 2 are down here in the bottom of the second.
Absolutely, and that is what, with the way Steinert has been struggling on offense, that can't happen. You have to get that bunt down. You have to manufacture runs. When you're hitting under 240, you have to manufacture runs. Even when Steinert's good and hitting well, they're usually a good get him over, get him in kind of team. That just can't happen.
The batter now.
And yet it did.
Batter now J.J. Bacanico, and he tops one foul up the first baseline. Bacanico, a sophomore, mostly used as a pinch runner through the early portions of this season. This is just his 5th plate appearance, Fish, but he's already scored 6 runs.
Yeah, I love these courtesy runners.
They can really rack up some of their runs,
yeah, some of them
runs scored.
Yep.
1-1 to Bacanico is taken for a strike at the knees. It's 1-2.
There was a kid for West a couple of years ago. I wish I could remember his name now. He had about 5 at-bats and 15 stolen bases, 13 runs scored.
1-2 is in there for a called strike 3. We've cruised through the first 2 innings here from Steinert. We go to the third, still scoreless. Blue Devils and Spartans on WBCB.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Today's game is brought to you as a public service by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office. April is Child Abuse Prevention Month, a time for communities nationwide to come together and take action to support strong families, thriving children, and healthier communities. You can find out more by visiting mercercountyprosecutor.com.
Tell you what, if you fell asleep for a couple months and you just woke up, you'd swear it was summer, like the middle of June. Everybody's here with their shorts, T-shirts on. Gotta love it. Baseball weather.
And I guess if you were asleep or in that coma, as you would have to be if you were asleep for that long, right? You missed all the freezing cold temperatures. You wake up and you just get to enjoy the 87-degree day.
Mm-hmm.
Top of the order due up for Ewing here in the third. Mason Chisholm set to dig in for the second time. He went down swinging to lead off this game, and he says, you know what, I'm swinging away early, and he bounces the first pitch foul.
Might not have been in a coma. They might just have been heavy sleepers.
Wonder how you would get food or water, though, if you were just sleeping for 2 months.
Well, those are things we'll have to ponder at another time.
Chisholm, he's been on base in 7 of the 8 games that he's played this year, and make that 8 of 9 as he slaps a single up the middle to get us started here in inning number 3.
You know, I was just about to say, I'm sure if Chisholm, after making those 2 errors, really wants to make up for it at the plate. And son of a gun if he doesn't.
It's already the 5th base runner of the day for Ewing. Maglione has had to work out of trouble in every inning so far. He's going to have to do so again here if he wants to keep Ewing off the scoreboard. The batter's Michael Gamboa Ordini. Check on the runner at first. He's back with a dive. Now Gamboa Ordini may be looking for a bit of revenge after he was plunked in the first. He comes in riding a 4-game hit streak, and now they've got the runner picked off again. Steinert looking to execute the rundown just like they did last time. Going to take a strong throw here. Man, this is about as long as of a rundown as we've seen so far. Another dive, and they got him. Man, Nico Feniello, the catcher, all the way out there at second base, laying out. And it's like rinse and repeat from last inning where Stephen Wright had to dive to get the man off the base paths, and Nico Feniello takes a page out of his book.
Dave Angevran just looking and saying something. And old Dave is not too happy. I didn't even score that one. What, 1, 3?
1 and then a lot of numbers.
Yeah, with the final out being 2.
I don't think our score sheets are big enough for that as Gamboa Ordini puts it hard on the ground to second. Up with it is Wright, and he makes the play for the second out.
I mean, you got to be frustrated. You get these kind of base runners against, you know, a pitcher as good as Maglione. Frustration for both sides right now. Steiner can't get the bunt down. Ewing has runners on, getting them picked off. That's twice. Not what you would call a great base path day so far.
The pitchers will certainly take it. It's almost like free outs for them.
Yeah, for sure.
Although Maglione that time had to do a lot of hard work as part of that rundown.
Yeah.
1-0. Check swing, and he did not go.
It kind of looked like, I think it was he was trying to use Maglione as a screen to get around it so Feniello couldn't get to him.
On a 2-0, Simpkins takes ball 3. So he's worked the count now well in his favor. Sam Simpkins talked about how hot he's been in his first at-bat. How about multiple hits in 3 of his last 4, and he gets plunked. Every inning so far, Maglione has hit a guy.
Yeah, that's 5 on the year now. Came in here with 2. He's got more in one game than he had coming into the season, or into the game.
Now here comes Sam Leibowitz, who flew out back in the first inning. And he takes a ball inside. Leibowitz on Saturday against West Windsor North, he was out there on the mound. He threw a complete game. 2 earned runs, 7 strikeouts, which was 1 off his career high. And Brian Giolella and the home plate umpire having some words. We talked about the short leash that we expect him to have today.
Yeah.
Feshminu, we both know, covering Steinert over the last few years, Brian Giolella, he's not one to shy away if he wants to have his feelings known to the umpires.
No, he's not. He's like most guys, though. He's mellowed a little bit over the years. He's not like he used to be. Jimmy Mayer the same way. They'll still give it to you when they think you deserve it, but they're not wackos like they used to be.
Counts 2 balls and no strikes. Here on the cleanup hitter, Sam Leibowitz.
You an Animal House fan? The movie Animal House?
I'm not, but we've got one in the booth, we can tell.
So you know what I'm thinking, right? Right? Yeah. Sam and Fawn. She was going to make me a pot. Fawn Leibowitz, not really a character in Animal House.
That's a 4-pitch walk to Leibowitz. And so in all 3 innings now, Maglione has had 2 guys reach base. And here comes Jake Bush.
Yeah, I mean, Ewing, he's been dealing with some traffic every inning so far, and I think Ewing might start getting a little frustrated. They don't start getting some of these runners in.
But Bush, he didn't start yesterday against Bordentown, perhaps in preparation for his outing on the mound today, his first high school start. Got a chance to help his own cause and get Ewing on the board first here in the top of the 3rd inning. And a wave and a miss.
Good breaker there.
This Ewing offense fish, which has been much improved this year, averaging 6.6 runs per game, which, if you can believe it, is actually 3rd fewest in the division.
I believe it.
Bush slaps this one towards center, coming on to Francis. He won't get it. Plays it on a hop. 1 run will score. The throw goes to 3rd. And everybody's going to be safe as Bush takes 2nd on the throw. He does help his own cause. And Ewing starts the scoring. It's 1-0.
Yeah, just a little flare. He didn't get all of it, but he got the right part of it. It just sort of floated out there in the center field. Francis, really good outfielder out there, but he couldn't get to it. And then good heads-up base running by both guys on Ewing, with Leibowitz getting over to 3rd, and then Bush seeing it, trailing the play, and now we got a courtesy runner in there for Bush.
Courtesy runner number 7, Colton Bush.
And it's Colton Bush. How about your twin brother running for you? As the batter now is Ryan Gregg. That, by the way, the first career RBI for Jake Bush here in his freshman campaign.
Oh, how about that?
Gregg takes up high. It's a ball and no strikes. 2 more big runners out there on the base paths. Steinert not necessarily known as a team that's going to score a whole lot. And we're going to have a meeting on the mound as Joe Maglione has lost his command a bit here as he tries to get the final out of the 3rd.
Well, I'll tell you, not to rain on Ewing's parade, but boy, what happens if that guy doesn't get picked off? You're looking at a pretty big inning right now, you know? Well, you'll at least have another run. Let's put it that way.
You would have at least had another run, and you would have only had 1 out as well.
Yeah, with a guy on 3rd.
But for Ewing, it's got to be big for them as they try to get these next 2 guys in. Just like I just mentioned, Steinert offense, they're struggling. I mean, they're averaging 5.4 runs per game, which you look at that on the surface and you say, oh, that's not too bad. But they're not really keeping up with their Colonial Division opponents. They're last in the division in runs scored. They would be 3rd from the top in the Valley. Steinert would be. The pitch to Gregg popped up on the infield. Settling under it is Bacanico, the shortstop, and he puts it away. So again, Maglione strands a pair of base runners, but one does come in to score on the RBI single from Jake Bush. He's out there on the mound when we come back, looking to throw up a shutdown inning here on WBCB.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Chris's Auto Body hopes you're enjoying today's game. Chris's Auto Body is 20 short minutes from Hamilton Township in Fairless Hills. Chris's Auto Body is family-owned and operated by Hamiltonians and have been in business over 60 years. They handle all auto body repairs and work with all insurance companies. Free estimates, complete auto body repairs, lifetime warranties, auto glass replacement, detailing, paintless dent repair, even on-site car rentals. Hand off your auto body and repair work to the team that handles everything, including pickup and delivery. Chris's Auto Body with 3 locations, Business Route 1 Fairless Hills, also in Lambertville and in New Hope. And don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you could read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian. Off to the bottom of the third we go. Ewing on top 1-0, 8-9-1 due up for Steinert, and leading it off will be the second baseman, Stephen Wright. The first pitch he sees today is a fastball outside. It's 1-0.
Yeah, let's see how Jake Bush pitches with the lead. Sometimes, I don't know, sometimes your attitude can change a little bit with the lead. You feel like a little more pressure now to get that shutdown inning. See how the young man does here, Jordan.
That one's in there for a called strike. He hasn't surrendered a hit through the first 2 innings, has Bush.
There's been a couple errors, and that's been it.
On a 1-1, Wright. Now 1-2 after the foul ball.
I mean, again, the Bizarro world. You would think Maglione would be the one under control as a senior, and he's given up 3 hits, 3 hit batters.
Ooh, look out.
Yep, a walk. And the young freshman, only base runners he gave up are 2 errors, and he's got 3 strikeouts. Although that was a little crazy right there.
Yeah, let's see if Bush can rein it back in here after throwing that one behind the back of Wright. He delivers high, and the count goes full. Stephen Wright, he had his 4-game hit streak snapped on Sunday. He had actually hit in 5 of his first 6 to start the year. He was 0 for 11 at the plate last season, and now the team leader in RBIs. Tied for the team lead with Nick Lepore and John Copera, and he draws a leadoff walk. Not what Jake Bush wanted to do after he gave his team the lead in the top half of this inning.
Exactly, the absolute worst thing he could do. You get a run, and then you walk the leadoff guy.
Left fielder John Copera.
Now, Copera, usually you'd say maybe they'll bunt, but Copera's been one of their better hitters this year so far.
Yeah, Copera is another one who had a 4-game hit streak snapped on Sunday, and he was lighting the world on fire during that hit streak. 6 for 8, 5 RBIs, 3 runs. He was 2 for 13 at the plate last season. He's 6 for 13 so far this season. And he's got a tying run over there at first, with nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Runner goes, pitches bunted, foul.
You know, I don't know. Usually I'm a big proponent of the bunt and getting them in. You got a guy that's hitting as good as anybody in your lineup right now. I think I'd try to take my chances with him.
Yeah, especially with this Steinert offense that's been scuffling as much as they have.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
This is a team that has not been scoring a whole lot of runs in their losses. In their 4 losses this season, they've been outscored 33-4. In their 3 wins, outscoring their opponents 34-19. So if they're able to put some runs up there on the board, I mean, obviously, normally that means good things, but especially for Steinert this year. 0-1. Let's see if the bunt is still on. We're going to have to wait. Mason Chisholm in on the grass over there at third. And the pitch this time is bunted. It's a good one.
Good bunt.
It's Gamboa Ordini, the catcher, taking the only play he has over there at first.
Yeah, nobody covering third there.
Sacrifice is successful. Moves right up into scoring position, and here comes Dom DeFrancis.
Next up for the Spartans, number 10.
That was a perfect bunt, and nice play by Bush to actually make the play to first. Was it Bush or was it?
That was Michael Gamboa Ordini, the catcher,
Yeah, catcher. Yeah,
popping out from behind home plate.
That's
The first pitch to DeFrancis, chopped right side, ranging over is Rodriguez, going to have to hurry the throw, and he gets it there just in time to beat DeFrancis.
nice play. You know, you got a runner on second. You don't want him getting the third one out. You know, this is a big play to make, and you don't have a lot of time to make it. Made the exchange from glove to hand, the throw very quickly.
Here comes Nick Lepore, tying run over there at third, 2 outs, bottom of the third inning. Spartans looking to even this one up. This one's popped up, foul territory. Gregg ranging over towards the fence. He could not get it. It stayed in play. It almost looked like he tried to pin it up against the chain link fence over there.
Yeah.
And so new life now for Lepore.
Poor with 2 RBIs, and boy, would he love to get one here.
Looking to come through and even this game at 1. Up high, 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Lepore. Well, Steinert, like Ewing, has had a base runner in every inning. Blue Devils were finally able to get one home in the top half of this frame. And Lepore now works himself ahead in the count, 2 balls and a strike.
And right, the first one to get over to third.
On a 2-1, Lepore hits it on the ground, left side, going to be a tough play. It's dropped over there by Simpkins deep in the hole. He wouldn't have had a play anyways. Nick Lepore beats out the infield single, and this game's level 1-1.
Now batting for Steinert, number 9, designated hitter Matt Morris.
They put an error up there on the scoreboard.
I don't think.
I
don't know about that one.
I looked. The Lepore was only halfway down the line when he got. Lepore is not fast. Wait, no, now they took it off.
Yeah, it would have taken
Yeah.
a Herculean throw, I think, from Simpkins. He was almost on the outfield grass. It's 2026, Fish. Come on, everything's a hit nowadays.
I got to get with the program, huh?
1-0 pitch coming to Matt Morris. Wave and a miss.
Well, one thing that was the same in 1926 or 2026, walks will kill you, and especially leadoff walks. Stephen Wright got a leadoff walk and ended up coming home.
So we'll see how Jake Bush reacts there out on the mound, giving up his first run of the day. The runner goes. The pitch is outside. The throw from Gamboa Ordini is a strike. Couldn't have walked down there and placed it in the glove any better. And they cut down Nick Lepore trying to swipe second base.
Yeah, Ordini, I mean, he had a pretty good jump, and he gunned it. And I'm not sure. I thought he might have got in ahead of the tie, but they made the call, and Brian Giolella is looking down. I don't know if he's looking at Lepore or if he's looking at the ump. He's looking at somebody.
We'll head to the top of the 4th, even at 1 here from Steinert.
Spring sports season is here, which means practices, games, tournaments, and a lot more time in the car. And with rising gas prices, those trips to the field can really add up. At Team Toyota, we're the MVP of MPG, with a huge selection of new and certified Toyota models, hybrid, electric, or gas. We've got the right option for you to drive. Plus, our award-winning service and collision centers will help keep you in the game. Team Toyota, ready for wherever the season takes you. Stop in today or visit teamlanghorn.com.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology is the place for all general dermatology needs. For acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, hives, warts, and other growths. They have a friendly and courteous staff, and they can usually offer appointments within 24 hours for emergencies. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you could read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Top of the fourth here from Rich Giolella Field. Bottom three due up for Ewing. Zach Greener to lead it off in a 1-1 game here in Hamilton. And he takes the first pitch slider at the knees for a called strike one.
Been a busy week for Dave Angebrand. Not only is his team in the middle of a 4 wins and 5 games, but Saturday night Dave is in his first year on the Mercer County Soccer Hall of Fame committee, taking over for his dad who passed away. His dad, Bruce, a great guy. And Dave was at the dinner Saturday night. It was a successful dinner. A lot of celebrities there. Bob Bradley, the former U.S. national team coach, and Bobby Smith, the U.S. Hall of Famer. And Dave was a big part of that committee, and he did that all in the middle of coaching his baseball team.
Greener slaps this one to center, slicing away from DeFrancis, but he runs it down for the first out.
Next up for the Blue Devils, number 22. Right.
Some people don't really realize it, Fish, but this area, over the years, it's been a bit of a soccer hotbed.
Well, back in the day, 60s, 70s, 80s, it was in 1975 or 75.
Ordini sends this one out to right. Laporte's going back. I think that got caught up in the wind, and he makes the grab rather easily.
Yeah, that jumped off the bat, and the wind just knocked it down.
It sounded like Ordini might have caught it just towards the end as well, but you're right, Fish. Off the bat, the launch angle, it looked pretty good.
Yeah, they were of the 6 state champions in 75, 4 of them were from Mercer County. I mean, that's just unbelievable. Yeah, you have two national soccer, U.S. National Soccer Hall of Famers, one from Hamilton and Bobby Smith, one from Lawrence and Mooch Meyernick. I mean, legends, absolute soccer legends from this area. Billy Gazonis wrote a book. He was a Herman Trophy winner up at Hartwick.
1-1 pitch to Rodriguez.
Another one.
I don't think
he got out of the way.
Yeah.
That
A
was
Houdiniac from Wilfrey Rodriguez so as to not get hit and be the 4th man that Maglione has hit.
a little spin job there out of the way.
2-1 is on the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I tell you what, Maglione would love to finally have a clean inning here.
That's up high. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Rodriguez, he's been drawing his walks so far this season. 7 walks and 25 plate appearances, and it's a big reason why his on-base percentage is up over 500.
Yeah, you like that from your number 9 guy.
Slap towards left. Copera going back. He misjudged it. It's over his head and rolling to the fence. Rodriguez can fly. He's already to second. He's thinking 3, and he's going to get there easily.
Wow.
Wilfrey Rodriguez turning on the afterburners. He's got a 2-out triple.
Whew. Yeah, he jumped on that off the bat. I don't even know if Capera he did misjudge it a little bit. I'm not sure if he would have gotten to it even if he had played it right. Kind of smoked that into the gap.
It's Rodriguez's first extra base hit of the season, as he's now extended his on-base streak to 8 games in a row to start the year. And now Mason Chisholm, a chance to give his team the lead right back, but not going to do it with a swing like that. It's 0-1.
Yeah, I think he fooled him on that one, took a little something off it. But once again, Maglione has to make some high-level pitches here.
That one's hit foul, and now all he's got to do is make one more.
Right.
Doing it against a batter in Mason Chisholm. Talked about how hot he's been in his first plate appearance, but he's been the extra base hit machine so far for Ewing. Half his hits have been extra bases, 2 doubles, 2 triples so far this year. Chisholm, he fractured his left ankle late in the basketball season. Wasn't sure if he was even going to play this year. Makes it back for opening day, and he goes down on 3 pitches here in the top of the 4th. Runner left stranded out there at 3rd. Steinert, they look for their first lead of the day. When we come back, we'll head to the bottom of the 4th here on WBCB.
Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a fourth-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community is Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They've got it all, new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks and a great variety of EV vehicles. Haldeman Ford here yesterday, here today, here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business. And Ewing Mayor Bert Steinman wishes Ewing student-athletes good luck this season. Go out there, make it count, and go Blue Devils. Today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who would like to take this opportunity to wish all of our students the best of luck this school term. We're proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. And just around the corner is another summer filled with Trenton Thunder baseball. Full and half-season ticket memberships as well as multi-game packs are on sale now for the 2026 season. We go to the bottom of the fourth, and it's the middle of this Steinert order due-up. Matt Morris, Marco Giambrone, and Nico Feniello against the freshman right-hander Jake Bush, who in his first career start is through 3 innings. He's only allowed 1 run, and he's already struck out 3 as well. The first pitch here is shot into center field, and that's a ringing single off the bat of Morris. And he's aboard once again, and back-to-back innings now. Steinert has had their leadoff man reach base.
Yeah, I mean, this he's a freshman, so a lot of these guys haven't seen him before. Now they got to look at him once through the lineup. Sometimes that can make a difference. You pick up a thing here or there.
The batter now, Marco Giambrone, looking to snap out of this 1-for-15 skid that he's mired in. Doesn't have a hit since March 28th opening day. And he takes a called strike 0-1. And if you're a Steinert fan, you're thinking now would be a perfect time to change that and get hit number 2 for Giambrone.
You would be thinking that, wouldn't you?
Oh, 0-1 offering from Bush is cut on and missed. 0-2. Bit of a healthy hack that time. That's what we saw from Giambrone in his first plate appearance, and he ended up going down on strikes.
Yeah, I think he was listening to you there. Wanting to power another one over somebody's head.
0-2 to Giambrone. He stays alive. You talked about it in the pregame fish. Steinert, again, not necessarily needing this win, but they'd certainly like to have it. 4 of their next 5 games on the road, and 9 of their next 10 against teams over 500.
Yeah, I mean, they don't. It's not make or break or anything like that, but I think this is an important game for Steinert. I really do.
If anything else, after they got run ruled on Sunday, just to get a good taste back in their mouth, get back up to 500.
Yep.
The first time they've started under 500 through 7 games since 2013, as Giambrone fouls another one off.
And I mean, they have a winnable game Thursday against PDS, or Friday, I think it is. But, it's a little tough.
Morris gets his lead off of first. The 1-2. Well outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Giambrone having a pretty good at-bat here.
Yeah, he's about to see pitch number 7.
Yep, falling behind early and hanging in.
On the 7th pitch, Giambrone gets called out on strikes. They were working him away. Then Bush comes back inside and gets the K, his 4th strikeout of the afternoon.
Now batting number 22.
And here comes Nico Feniello. So second time Giambrone has been a victim of the strikeout. Now Feniello, who reached on an error his last time up. Feniello, he didn't play much the first week, but now he started 4 games in a row. Hits this one on the ground towards short. It skips up on Simpkins, and the hit and run works to perfection.
Absolutely. Get him to come over to cover the bag. All of a sudden, he's got to slam on the brakes. That was all he could do to reverse field and just knock it down from stopping it from going through the infield and letting Morris get to third base.
Alan Elliott will be the courtesy runner once again for Feniello. And here comes Tommy Ditta, a chance to give his team the lead. 2 on, 1 out, bottom of the 4th. Steinert starting to make some better contact off of Jake Bush. And Ditta keeps that going. It's right back to the box. And Bush knocks it down, throws to first in time, and just some bad luck that time for Tommy Ditta. Does advance the runners, but now 2 gone, and here comes J.J. Bacanico.
Yeah, that was, good job by Bush fielding his position there. Well, now
Dave Angebrandt's out to the mound, and he gives Bush a fist bump, and they're just checking to make sure if he's okay.
Right.
Looked like it caught him off the shin. Did a nice job to stick with it, stay calm, and make the flip over to first. Let's see if they give him a few warm-up tosses here. While they do that, I'll let you know that the Hamilton Township Division of Health offers a variety of free services to keep you and your community healthy. It's important for everyone to stay up to date on recommended vaccines. Whether you or a loved one needs an annual flu shot, COVID-19 vaccine, or pneumonia shot, Hamilton's Division of Health is ready to help. You can learn more by visiting hamiltonnj.com/health. Bush says he's all right. That's good enough for Dave Angebrandt. And he'll get a chance now to face J.J. Bacanico with 2 in scoring position and 2 outs. Steinert last inning got a 2-out base hit to get on the board. And now Bacanico looking to do the same to give his team the lead. That one's just high, 1-0.
Well, last time he was in this position, he gave up an infield hit. See if he can bear down here and strand these runners.
On a 1-0, Bacanico flies it towards center. Routine play for Leibowitz. He takes a few steps back and puts it away. And Steinert strands 2 in scoring position. We'll head to the 5th from Rich Giolella Field. Ewing 1, Steinert 1 here on WBCB.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Now open in Hamilton, DiLorenzo's the Berg, 147 Sloan Avenue. Tyler DiLorenzo, 3rd-generation pie maker, brings his iconic Trenton tomato pies back to Hamilton. Hours Tuesday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Saturdays, noon to 9. Sundays, 4 to 9. They're closed on Mondays. Go check them out. DiLorenzo's the Berg, now open in Hamilton, 147 Sloan Avenue. And today's game is brought to you as a public service by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office. April is Child Abuse Prevention Month, a time for communities nationwide to come together and take action to support strong families, thriving children, and healthier communities. For more information, visit mercercountyprosecutor.com. Fish doesn't like it when I say it, but I'm going to say it anyways. We're moving at a brisk pace through the first 4 innings. And now everybody hates me up in the booth. But it is true. We'll go to the 5th, 1-1 your score, and Michael Gamboa Ordini set to lead it off for Ewing. I'm speaking the truth.
You don't have to speak it. It's evident. Anybody watching the game knows how it's going.
You don't know. They might not have a clock in front of them.
It doesn't matter. You don't frickin' say it.
Oh, we got Fish fired up now.
Everybody's fired up. Did you see Andy down there? Did you see Gus over there? Just shut up.
Well, me and Gus have had a rivalry going long before that.
Yeah, well, you got one with me now.
It doesn't matter what I say to Gus, and I guess it doesn't matter what I say to Fish either now.
No. How could you just blurt that out?
1-1, line drive center field. Here comes DeFrancis, and he makes the grab. And quickly one is down here in the top of the 5th.
If Brienne was here, she'd have fired you on the spot.
Brienne would have sent me away. You would have seen me walking out to right field back to my car.
Yep, with your tail between your legs. Keith Noonan would never. He never subscribed to that either. He said, "Oh, it doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't make a difference." But every time he said it, the game would go from fast to slow.
Keith is doing pretty well for himself, though, so maybe it's a strategy.
Yeah, it's a career strategy, but it's not a strategy for this game. Yeah, right, Andy. Doesn't help us.
Counts a ball and a strike here on Sam Simpkins.
You want to help yourself? Go on. What's that log? What's that website?
There's a bunch.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Just go do that. Go hand out resumes.
Head on LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, that's the one I'm thinking of.
1-2 pitch is sent out.
I'm on that, and I don't even know what my password is. I haven't gone on it in about 5 years.
I'm going to connect with you after this game. I'm going to go find you on LinkedIn.
You're not going to get any response from me. I don't know what the password is to get on there or anything.
That one's down and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, there you go, everybody. If you want to know what Rich Fisher has done throughout his career, you can go find him on LinkedIn.
I don't know how accurate it is either.
2-2 pitch is just outside, and the count goes full now to Simpkins.
Suddenly rain clouds coming in, lightning. 30-minute delay.
3-2 is inside, ball 4, and so Simpkins is aboard for the 3rd time this afternoon with a 1-out walk. It's the 2nd free pass that Maglione has issued. And still doesn't have a clean inning.
Interesting day for Simpkins. He reached on an error, hit by a pitch, and a walk. So if he can get on by a missed third strike, is that kind of like getting on base for the cycle?
It's the reach base without getting a hit cycle, I guess.
Yeah.
The first pitch to Leibowitz is taken low. He walked back in the 3rd inning. Simpkins came around to score the last time he was on base. Ewing looking to get him around the pillows once again.
Let the record show it was 5 o'clock when Jordan Hirsch uttered those now infamous words.
So the first 4 innings took a total of 1 hour.
Yeah.
As Simpkins is back easily.
I think from the reaction you got from all of us here in the press box, you might want to get some security to walk you out to the car.
Although I will, if this game continues at this pace, though, I will be saying that I told you so.
All right, we got Ben Nitty warming up down in the Steinert bullpen. Thank you, Nick. How you doing over there, Nick?
Been better.
Yeah, after that?
Yeah.
After that comment? I don't blame you. Nick says he's been better.
Look, I think there are worse days that I could have said that, too. It could have been 40 right now, and at least it's 90.
Yeah.
No, you just never
Snap
say
throw.
it.
I'm going to say it every game now, Fish, that me and you do the rest of the season. Even if it's taken 2 hours to get through 3 innings, I'll say, we go to the 4th in a briskly moving game. 2-2 is hit foul, and we'll do it again.
I think I'll be rearranging my schedule here for next 3 weeks.
You're gonna have to talk that one over with Brienne then.
After I tell her what you did and what you plan to do, she'll have no problem with that. Brienne's on our side.
You can't do that, Fish. You're going to end up sticking me with Gus. That one's bounced foul. It remains 2-2.
Well, if you say that when Gus is on the air, Gus isn't kind like me.
You're saying there would have been more consequences had I been with Gus right now?
I think there may be consequences anyhow. Gus is here.
2-2 to Leibowitz. Shallow line drive, and that's going to drop into center field for a hit.
Man, Ewing is just putting runners on right and left in this game.
Now batting number 9, pitcher Jake Bush.
Here comes Jake Bush, and pretty much the exact same scenario he had last time he was up, 2 on, and a chance to drive in his 2nd run of the game. He's the one who got Ewing on the board back in the 3rd.
Yep, difference is just 1 out now. There was 2 outs last time. Both the runs on 2-out hits today, by the way. Steinert hoping to turn 2. Ooh, look
Not
out.
going to do it with a pitch like that, is that one Bush had to duck out of the way of. And Brian Giolello's seen enough. He's going to go to Ben Nitty out of the bullpen. Maglione, he was struggling with his command over the last couple of frames, so he's going to get relieved. The two runners on are his responsibility. And Ben Nitty will come in, and we'll have his particulars when we come back on WBCB.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Ben Nitty is the new arm on the mound for Steinert. Nitty so far this year 0-1. He's pitched in 2 innings. 4 hits, 5 runs, just 1 of those earned. 1 walk and 2 strikeouts.
Nitty, I misspoke a few games back. I said that he was the brother of the former Spartans, Jordan Nitty and Chris Nitty, but he is not. He is a cousin of the Nittys. So
Glad we got the Nitty family tree all straightened out.
Yeah, we got that all knitted up.
But that was a good one, actually. I give you credit for that.
Brian Giolello making another change already? He's all back out there.
2 are on right now for Ewing, and it's a 1-ball, no strike count, by the way. Maglione had sailed a pitch over the head of Jake Bush, and then that's when Brian Giolello came out and made the change.
Well, in 4 1/3, Maglione gave up 1 run, 3 hits, 2 walks, maybe 3, depending on what happens here. And I'm sorry, he gave up 5 hits, and he hit 3 batters.
Yeah, not the sharpest day out there on the mound for Maglione, but he did work around those base runners for the most part.
Yeah, he gutted it out, yeah.
The 2 on base are his responsibility, however, and now the count's 2 balls and no strikes on Bush. It's down low, 3-0. Ewing, another big reason for their strong start to the season is they're beating the teams they're supposed to beat. Their 5 wins come against teams with a combined record of 10-23. Nitty turns and throws back to second, and a nice job by Wright just to knock that one down.
Well, it's funny you say they're beating the teams that they're supposed to beat. Coming into this year with 9 freshmen and a bunch of sophomores, they're the team that teams are supposed to beat. So they, it's just been a good start for Ewing.
Yeah, they're already at those 5 wins, right? Mm-hmm. Since 2017, Fish, they've had 5 seasons where they haven't even reached 5 wins, including last year where they went 4-13.
Yep. Yeah, in that 16 start, they were 6-1, but then they lost like 3 or 4 in a row.
That one's outside for ball 4, and that walk is charged to the line of Joe Maglione. And the bases are full of Blue Devils now with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. And here comes Ryan Gregg, one of the senior leaders on this team, a chance to put his team back in front. Gregg, he's 0 for 1. Popped out to the shortstop last time up. First pitch he sees, bounced towards short. Up with it, Mechanico takes it to second for one, and they turn two.
Wow, clutch. Clutch D.
One pitch, and Steinert gets out of trouble in the fifth. Time to stretch here in high school. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Still locked at one from Rich Giolella Field.
Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a fourth-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
Chris's Auto Body hopes you're enjoying today's game. Chris's Auto Body is 20 short minutes from Hamilton Township in Fairless Hills. Chris's Auto Body, family owned and operated by Hamiltonians and have been in business over 60 years. They handle all auto body repairs and work with all insurance companies. Free estimates, complete auto body repairs, lifetime warranties, auto glass replacement, detailing, paintless dent repair, even on site car rental. Hand off your auto body work and repair work to the team that handles everything, including pickup and delivery. Chris's Auto Body, 3 locations, Business Route 1 in Fairless Hills, also in Lambertville and in New Hope. And don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Fish is getting a spam call on air right now. Oh, he should have answered it. We could have messed with him.
With the spam call?
Yeah, exactly.
Probably somebody calling to complain saying, tell that guy to shut up about the length of the game.
Somebody found your number and called in. Stephen Wright will lead it off for Steinert here in the bottom half of the fifth. Spartans got out of a bases-loaded one-out jam in the top half of this inning with a 6-3 double play, and now looking to take their first lead. Stephen Wright, he's walked. He came around to score back in the third. The no batting glove look for Wright today. This is a slow chop up the third base line, and it trickles foul.
Whoa, gust a win there.
In honor of our VE Gus. A gust for Gus.
Nice try.
Not quite as good as your Ben Nitty comment. 0-2 to Wright, way outside.
Yeah, it's interesting how Brian Giolella has two of his top 2 hitters batting 8th and 9th.
I guess keep them where they're comfortable, right? If they're
Well,
raking down at the bottom of the lineup.
And not only that, you don't want to just start moving guys around right now because of their high. I mean, Don DeFrancis is proven he's a pretty good hitter, and he's got the speed and things like that. So, you want to leave him at leadoff. I guess just interesting that the bottom 2 hitters are their best hitters right now. If you're Steinert, you're hoping guys catch up.
Jake Bush, another chance to make a play, and this one, he throws down the line. Greg tried to deke Stephen Wright, but to no avail, and he's into second.
Well, that's unfortunate for Bush. Had a chance. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, he's his first varsity start, and he's 4 innings of what is it, 3-hit ball. I'm curious as to how long Dave Angebrandt's going to go with him.
Now batting number 17, left fielder John Copera. Pinch running, number 16, Alan Elliott.
Alan Elliott, his 3rd time out on the base paths today as a courtesy runner.
Well, Capera sacrificed last time. I think this would be a good time for it to do it now with that runner on second and nobody out. Get him the third with 1 out.
And you got to believe that conversation right there with Brian Giolella was just about.
I would think.
Greg is in on the grass by a step over there at first base. At third, Mason Chisholm's even with the bag. Capera is going to be allowed to swing away, it appears. Then he takes a called strike 1.
Maybe that was that little conference was just a mess with their heads.
On an 0-1, Capera bounces this one foul at home plate. No balls and 2 strikes, the count.
Well, he ain't bunting now. We know that. Sorry, he is not bunting now.
You don't have to be grammatically correct.
Good grammar is of the essence, my friend. Just ask John Kruk.
Can we go through this entire game without using an apostrophe? That's the new challenge. And Capera takes low. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And, man, Elliott was about halfway to third base when that ball reached the catcher.
And they're showing no signs of putting the pickoff on. They haven't come close to going sneaking behind him, although he's creeping over now a little bit.
1-2 pitch. Capera chops this one towards first. It's going to work like a bunt.
Yeah, he got the job done. Oh,
Greg kind of lollygag that, and then Capera beat it out.
Yep.
I wonder if his plan was to try to tag him, and then he dove into first base. It's kind of the only time where I guess diving into first works as an advantage. It's got to be an infield hit, I guess.
Yeah, it's got to be.
And they're on the corners now with nobody out. And in the top of the Steinert order, it's Dom DeFrancis. He's 0 for 2 today. 4 for 21 so far this season. Looking to break out in a big way right here and give his team the lead. Runner goes, pitches a strike. Throw down to second is not in time. Elliott holds at third. And 2 are now in scoring position.
Well, now you got to bring the infield in. Well, you had the infield in, but I mean now it
is paramount.
Yep.
As some would say.
Well, this is, yes.
0-1 is on the inside corner, a called strike 2.
That was a good word, pal.
An inquisitive selection.
Yeah. That's a great situation for DeFrancis. Got these guys right up his throat.
Shot caught by Bush out on the mound. The throw to third, not in time.
Oh, wow.
That one, I don't know if he caught it or it caught him, but Bush will take the out. He was kind of frustrated that Chisholm wasn't standing on the base. I don't know if they would have had Elliott anyways. But
I don't know. I would have liked to seen. Holy mackerel, that was unbelievable. He smoked that ball. Smoked it.
We've seen Steinert hit a lot of balls hard today, and they've gotten a lot of bad luck, that's for sure, and perhaps none more than right there.
Well, and twice they've been back to Bush, and he's made really good plays. I mean, give Bush some credit too. He's making it bad luck.
0-1-2 Lepore, slider outside, count even. That was a missile off the bat.
Oh, I was already writing 2 RBIs down in the book.
On a 1-1, Lepore slaps this one towards short, juggled by Simpkins. The throw to first is in time, but a run does score, and Steinert has taken the lead. It's 2-1.
Well, it's good that they got the out. I mean, heads up. I mean, not heads up, but, Simpkins stayed calm after he booted it. But he would have had to play at home, I think. If he'd have made that grab, it would have been a bang play at the plate. I think he would have got him. But he was at least aware enough to stay with it and get the out at third. And that's huge. Or the out at first, excuse me. That's huge because now you got a runner at third with 2 outs rather than 1.
And now if you're Bush, you got to limit this damage and keep that runner stranded. Ground ball towards second. Rodriguez up with it, and the inning is over. A bit of a high throw, but Greg comes down with it calmly. We'll go to the 6th. Steinert strikes for 1. It could have been a whole lot more. Good defense by the Blue Devils. Spartans on top 2-1, and 6 more outs to try to get here on WBCB.
Spring sports season is here, which means practices, games, tournaments, and a lot more time in the car. And with rising gas prices, those trips to the field can really add up. At Team Toyota, we're the MVP of MPG, with a huge selection of new and certified Toyota models, hybrid, electric, or gas. We've got the right option for you to drive. Plus, our award-winning service and collision centers will help keep you in the game. Team Toyota, ready for wherever the season takes you. Stop in today or visit teamlanghorn.com.
Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community is Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They've got it all, new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks and a great variety of EV vehicles. Haldeman Ford here yesterday, here today, here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business. Ewing Mayor Bert Steinman wishes all Ewing student-athletes the best of luck this season and encourages them to give it their all. Today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who would like to take this opportunity to wish all of our students the best of luck this school term. We're proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. And just around the corner is another summer filled with Trenton Thunder baseball. Fall and half-season ticket memberships, as well as multi-game packs, are on sale now for the 2026 season. Ben Nitty continues out there on the mound. He was able to roll a double play with the bases loaded and one out to get out of the fifth. And now he's out there pitching with the lead after the RBI ground out last inning from Nick Lepore.
That's all right. Was Elliott the runner both times for Stephen Wright, or just the first time, second time?
Just the second time.
Okay.
So
Wright has a run scored and Elliott has a run scored. That run is unearned on Bush, although it was his doing by throwing the ball away. I always think that if the pitcher makes the error, that it shouldn't be an unearned run because the pitcher made the error.
For the first time on this broadcast, Fish, I do agree with you.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
Zach Greener is the batter.
I got to be honest, I'd rather you not agree with me. I feel a little smarter when you don't agree with me.
Make sure you stay tuned to the UFC Jordan Hurst versus Rick Fisher fight.
Yeah.
Shortly following the conclusion of today's broadcast.
Yep, it'll be.
We'll post it on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube Shorts along with our player of the game interview.
Yeah. You'll see us in the background behind the player. Usually it's the whole team behind the kid. It'll be us brawling.
We'll leave the interview up to Nick.
Okay.
Nick can handle himself doing the interview.
A lot of pressure, Nick.
2-0 pitch to Greener. Down low, 3 balls and no strikes.
I got to tell you, getting back to that the run being unearned, but Bush he has really been impressive today. I mean, this guy a freshman making his first start, and after getting kind of roughed up in his first 2 innings, he's shown some moxie, and he's just these guys got to be thrilled with what they're seeing from him, and there's nobody warming up in that bullpen, so
3-1 is outside for ball 4. Well, when Ewing took their first lead, we watched them walk the leadoff man the following inning, and he came around to score. And so Steinert, they take the lead, and then Ben Nitty walks Zach Greener to open the 6th. So he's aboard now for Tommy Ordini.
Well, they don't have Maglione's pickoff attempt to deal with, but Diddy got that over there pretty quick.
Ordini, he put a charge into one last time up, and he flew out to right field on a ball that probably got caught up in the wind a bit. It's gusting in from right center. Ordini squares, takes, snap throw back to first, hits the runner.
Yeah, they are adamant about keeping that runner at first base. Right now, late innings, you do not want him getting in the scoring position.
The pitch is missed.
Oh,
the throw goes to first, and he's in there.
Wow.
The swim move works to
Yeah.
perfection for Zach Greener.
Oh, my.
And so he gets credited with a stolen base. Perhaps Nico Feniello behind the dish would have been better served to just come out from his crouch and try to chase the runner back. Although, a good throw. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a good throw, but the throw did beat him down to second. Just an even better tag from Greener.
Nice tag by nice slide by Greener.
That one's down low. It's 2 balls and 1 strike now, the count on Ordini, who's still squaring around even with that runner in scoring position.
Well, now you get him over and you can get him in with a fly ball. Well, not only that, you'll force Steinert to bring the infield in, and that could open up a whole can of worms, as they say on the fishing banks.
And, of course, Rich Fisher, a frequent traveler to the fishing banks.
Never.
You're not a fisherman?
Hated it. My dad would take me to Carnegie Lake in Princeton when I was little. All I wanted to do was go home.
2-1 pitch gets away. And Greener's going to advance to third. And Ordini's now going to get a chance to swing away and tie this game back up.
Wow. For a minute, I thought that hit him. I thought I heard a nick, but it might have been the catcher's glove.
Or just our cameraman, Nick.
Oh, boy. Infield is in.
Count 3 balls and 1 strike. Ewing looking to tie the game up. Inside ball 4. They're going to be on the corners for Wilfrey Rodriguez. Back-to-back walks to begin the inning for Nitti. And now he's got to face the man who just tripled his last time up in Rodriguez.
Well, when he came in, he gave up a walk and then got a double play. Maybe that's his plan. Well, no, double play wouldn't help. I'd still scored a run. Got to bear down. Get in out to keep that runner at third, and then, or get that runner at third. Keep him at third, and still keep the double play in order.
Ewing, they've lost 14 of their last 15 games against Steinert, and 8 in a row here on this field. A big opportunity right here for Rodriguez as they try to change that. And a slider drops in through the front door for a called strike 1.
Yeah, Rodriguez ripped one into that gap in left center his last time up. He puts that there again, and Ewing's going to be happy. Think this is more spam?
0-1 will have to wait as they throw over to third. Yeah, we're getting another spam call. Maybe we'll answer it in between innings if we get another one.
Carson Gwynn warming up now for the Spartans. Thanks, Nick. Or Andy, if Andy's feeding you. I don't know what's going on over there.
What a play that time by Feniello as he had to reach behind Rodriguez to avoid another wild pitch.
There's a reason I'm getting all these spam calls, but I'm not going to go into it now. It's too much of a key moment in the game.
Another throw over to first. Maybe we'll just stay in between innings one time so you can tell the story.
Yeah, it's that exciting.
Count a ball and a strike on Rodriguez. The pitch taken for a strike. They throw down, and Steinert was trying to catch Ewing doing the first and third play. The throw went to Stephen Wright, who was basically at his position at second base. Second stolen base of the inning for Ewing. 2 in scoring position, nobody out. And the pitch hits him. And the bases are full of Blue Devils once again for the second straight inning.
Well, we'll see if they're going to let Nitti get out of this. Nope, here comes the chef now.
Brian Giolella will make a call to the bullpen. We'll have the particulars on the new hurler when we come back. Ewing, bases loaded, down by 1, nobody out. Here in the top of the 6th, they look to take the lead on the other side of this break here on WBCB.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Carson Gwynn is the new pitcher for Steinert. So far this season, he sports a 2.33 ERA, 3 innings, 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned. He's walked 2 and struck out 4, and he inherits a spot that he was probably hoping not to have to come into. Bases loaded, nobody out, trying to hang on to this 1-run lead is Steinert. They got out of the bases loaded 1-out jam last inning thanks to the double play, and you know at this point that Gwynn would probably take a ground ball double play and he'd trade a run for 2 outs.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where Steinert sets up here. It looks like the middle innings are going to come in anyhow. They're still going to try to cut off this run. So I don't know. I think I might maybe play the infielders, play the middle back, double play depth. And now they are. They're dropping back. So the corners will be in, and the infielders will be at double play depth. That's probably the right thing to do.
Top of the Blue Devil order, it's Mason Chisholm. He's got a hit today. First pitch, fly ball, right field, foul territory, and no one's over there, and it'll drop.
Yeah, this is ice water in your veins situation here for Gwynn. Well, he's a senior.
0-1, Chisholm takes, and it gets away. Here comes the tying run for the plate. He will score. Greener crosses on the wild pitch, and we are locked at 2.
Well, not much you can do about that. That's just maybe a little bit of nerves coming in. I don't know.
And all the runners advance. So second and third, nobody out. Now Steinert will bring the infield in as they try to do everything in their power to keep this one tied. The 1-1 from Gwynn. Breaking ball, taken high. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count.
I mentioned off the air, I am really surprised Dave Angebrand doesn't have somebody warming up in that bullpen just in case, just in case his guy gets in trouble. And I don't know. He knows what he's doing, but I'm just surprised. That's all I'm saying.
Fly ball, center field. DeFrancis going back. This is going to be plenty deep enough. DeFrancis makes the catch. Here comes Ordini. He scores. Ewing's getting him on. They're getting him over, and they're getting him in. ABC Baseball, they take a 3-2 lead.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you want. I mean, the only good thing about that is only the guy from third scored. It didn't allow anybody to get over from second to third, so you still have a force at any base, and the double play is still in order.
First pitch to Michael Gamboa Ordini is taken outside, 1-0. You know Ewing would love that insurance run. It's their second lead of the game. Nobody's led by more than 1 this afternoon.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing. This game is going to – I mean – we all know it's going extra innings after your stupid comment.
That would be good news for Steinert. The 2-0 pitch to Gamboa Ordini, a swing and a miss.
You don't know that. What if Steinert gets 2 in the bottom of the inning and takes the lead?
That's a good point. Our Nostradamus, Rich Fisher, proving that not everybody can be like him and see the future. You saw the future pretty well in that game at Lawrence's. This one shot up the middle for a base hit.
What do we have here?
They're going to put the stop sign up very late. So having to hold is Rodriguez, and they're on the corners now with 1 down.
Now batting number 1, shortstop Sam Simpkins.
And now it'll be Sam Simpkins, who's been on base all 3 times, reached via an error. He's been hit, and he's walked.
Wait a minute. You know what? I was confusing myself when I was talking about that sacrifice fly and keeping the runners in scoring. There's only a runner on second then. My bad. I don't know.
Oh, and they just called a balk.
Oh, wow.
And a run is going to come in to score. The home plate umpire called it immediately. And so Ewing will go on top 4-2. They've scored 3 runs in this inning with only 1 hit.
Amazing.
And you know Brian Giolella is not going to be happy about that. He's having words with the home plate umpire.
Yeah.
And he's going to go out there and I think make a pitching change. And he's not very happy. Or no, he's actually just going to go out there and argue.
Yeah, he's going to.
Braden Schaefer is getting loose, by the way, for Steinert in the bullpen. And that was a very short-lived conversation for Giolella.
Yeah.
Although he's still having words.
Well, like you said, he better be careful.
3 runs have come across the plate in this inning.
None of them by virtue of a hit. A wild pitch, a sac fly, and a balk.
The pitch to Simpkins is dug out. Nice play that time by Feniello to keep the runner at second.
Just 1 hit in this inning for the Devils.
1-0. Line drive right field, and it's going to be caught out there by Lepore.
And Lepore playing very shallow out there. Good thing.
Yeah, perfect positioning that time for the right fielder, Nick Lepore. Runner holds at second, and now Sam Leibowitz will be the 7th man to come to the plate this inning. Leibowitz today, 1 for 2 with a walk and a single. Breaking ball drops in. It's a called strike 1. Ewing right now 6 outs away from their first 3-game win streak since 2024. And it would just be their second 3-game win streak since 2016.
You sure do like the jinx teams, don't you?
I'm just setting it up. Letting everybody know what's at stake today. 1-1. That one's down low. 2 balls and a strike. The Jordan jinx wouldn't be a thing if
it wasn't a thing.
If it wasn't a thing, exactly. I was trying to figure out a different way to word that.
Nope, that's the way to word it.
2 balls, 2 strikes after the swing and miss from Leibowitz.
Gwynn really wants to get this out. I mean, it was tough when he came in. None of these runs are charged to him, but.
Yeah, all charged to the line of Ben Nitty, and that one sails up over the head of Leibowitz, and the count goes full. Payoff pitch coming from Carson Gwynn. Upstairs, ball 4. It's the 3rd walk of the inning, and the frame is extended now for Jake Bush.
It's pretty amazing. Like I said, there's only 1 hit in this inning, and the only thing that's had to do with any of the scoring was it got the runner to 3rd where the balk could score him. Although if he comes around and scores, and I guess that'll be significant.
Brian Giolella is going to make a pitching change. Braden Schaefer, the freshman, will come on in. We'll have his numbers for you next on WBCB.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin.
Braden Schaefer is the new arm out there on the mound for Steinert. The freshman right-hander, 1-1 this year, 7 1/3 innings, 13 hits, 10 runs, 9 of those earned, 5 strikeouts and 3 walks. He's got an 8.59 ERA. And he inherits 2 runners, second and first. The batter is Jake Bush, already 3 home for Ewing here in this top of the 6th. The 0-1 from Schaefer is taken down low.
Now these young pitchers for Steinert are getting their feet wet quick. Coming into some high-level situations, some pressure situations, and
1-1, fly ball, left field. Copera going back, has a beat on it, and he makes the grab to end the inning. But not after the Ewing Blue Devils take the lead and then some. They plate 3 in the top of the 6th and hold a 4-2 advantage. They're now 6 outs away as we go to the bottom of the 6th here on WBCB.
Schedule an appointment with Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a 4th-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
Spring sports season is here, which means practices, games, tournaments, and a lot more time in the car. And with rising gas prices, those trips to the field can really add up. At Team Toyota, we're the MVP of MPG, with a huge selection of new and certified Toyota models, hybrid, electric, or gas. We've got the right option for you to drive. Plus, our award-winning service and collision centers will help keep you in the game. Team Toyota, ready for wherever the season takes you. Stop in today or visit teamlanghorn.com.
Now open in Hamilton, DiLorenzo's The Berg at 147 Sloan Avenue. Tyler DiLorenzo, 3rd-generation pie maker, brings his iconic Trent tomato pies back to Hamilton. Open Tuesday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturdays noon to 9, and also Sundays 4 to 9. They are closed on Mondays. Make sure you visit the new location for DiLorenzo's The Berg in Hamilton, 147 Sloan Avenue. Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community, Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. New and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks, and a great variety of EV vehicles. Haldeman Ford here yesterday, here today, here tomorrow. Celebrating their 50th year in business. And Ewing Mayor Bert Steinman is cheering on all our student athletes as they hit the field, court, and track this season. Best of luck goes out to the Blue Devils from Mayor Bert Steinman of Ewing. Fish has made his opinions known to our sports director, Brian O'Neill, that he really does not like the fact that I said this game was moving at a brisk pace.
we have been through it too many times. Buddy, I've done this for over 40 years. I know. And you heard Nick, and you heard Andy, and you heard Gus all groan.
First pitch of Giambrone in there for a called strike one.
You just call Keith Noonan, and the two of you can talk about how we're crazy.
Me and Keith are gonna have a Rich Fisher hate group.
Yes, there's a lot of them around.
We're gonna have to join an already existing one, is what you're saying.
Yeah, go join one.
Giambrone has gone down on strikes both times he's been up today, and now he's ahead 2-1. Steinert looking to answer back after they surrendered 3 and the lead in the top half of this inning.
I'll tell you what,
Ryan Cromwell, actually the pinch hitter for Giambrone.
It's going to be interesting to see how Jake Bush comes out, because he was in that dugout for a long time. That was a long inning, because that's what we have now, long innings after the brisk pace. But I mean, you know, he sat for a while, so it's always interesting. You know, he's been throwing pretty good, and if you're Ewing, you just hope that long respite doesn't Doesn't bite him. I mean, right now he's got a 2-2 count.
Yeah, that ball must have caught the catcher, Michael Gamboa Ordini. He needed a minute there. So the count's 2 balls and 2 strikes on the pinch hitter Cromwell. Batting in place of the cleanup man Marco Giambrone. 2-2 from Bush. Just outside, and the count goes full. That's what we've had so far today, Fish. Whenever a team has taken the lead, they've walked the leadoff man.
Right. And it bit Bush once.
Won't bite him here. Ground ball to shortstop.
Don't say
Simpkins
that yet.
has it. And the throw over is not in time. Cromwell beat it out.
Once again, your jinx comes up big.
Well,
on
not a
Jake
walk,
Bush.
but an
No, but
infield single.
You said it won't bite him here. And then,
Meaning the walk.
no, but
The single ends up biting him.
1-2.
And the tying run comes to the plate now in the form of Nico Feniello.
well, good job by Ron Cromwell. He came up, got the job done. And if you're Bush, you got to feel a little, not deflated, but you got to feel a little bummed. Like, geez, I got what looked like a routine ground ball there, and Cromwell busted it down the line.
I don't think the home plate umpire liked that Feniello kind of pointed that he thought that ball was outside. Looked like they were having some words there in between pitches. And the 1-0 is taken down the middle for a called strike. Feniello so far today, 1 for 2. He's been on base twice. He reached via an error and also singled back in the 4th. Cromwell off of first. They throw over, and now he's back on first with a head-first slide. We've only seen 1 shutdown inning so far. And Steinert with the leadoff man on, looking to continue that as this one skied foul over our heads and out of play.
What did Matt Mars do to end the last inning?
While you were ripping on me, Fish,
Yes,
he grounded out to second base.
thank you. For those of you that couldn't hear it, Gus said in the background, rightfully so.
This is like another version of when we were at Nottingham and you and Brienne were giving me grief the whole game. Now it's like turned up to 1,000 though, because Gus is ruthless.
Because you don't learn.
2-2 the count on Feniello. Just off the plate. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So back-to-back full counts to begin the bottom of the 6th. Runner goes, the 3-2. Chopped foul will do it again. And Cromwell will have to retreat to first. And you got to believe if the steal was on there, it's going to be on once again.
I would think. Yeah, 3-2. I mean, obviously 3-2, 2 outs, it's an automatic. 3-2, 1 out. Yeah, 3-2, 0 outs. I mean, I would think, yeah. If I was Bush, I'd just throw over one time.
Tommy Ditta waits on deck. Feniello at the plate. The runner goes. The pitch is bounced foul off of Feniello's foot.
You know, he's gone twice now. Wouldn't you just throw over once?
He doesn't have that big of a lead.
Yeah, but just say, I know you're there.
Steiner perhaps thinking about the hit and run. They've already worked it once to perfection today.
Right.
They essentially avoided a double play with it last time on a ball that would have been hit right to shortstop. There's the throw over.
There you go. That's all you got to do. Just, hey, I know you're there. So don't be so free at taking off.
Another payoff pitch from Bush. Line drive over the head of the shortstop Simpkins and into left center field. Cromwell, he got a great read on that, so he gets to third base easily, and they're on the corners with nobody out as Steinert looks for the response.
Well, if you're Bush right now, all you want to do is you say to yourself, I have a 2-run lead. Let me just get one out. Now Dave Ansbury, this is Dave's first trip to the mound.
He's going to make a change as well.
Okay, so he's got a position player coming in to pitch. But I still wonder why he wasn't warming up, between innings.
Well, we'll have the defensive changes for you on the other side. Steinert looking to now make a comeback in the bottom of the 6th. They're in business with 2 aboard. We'll step aside here on WBCB.
Spring sports season is here, which means practices, games, tournaments, and a lot more time in the car. And with rising gas prices, those trips to the field can really add up. At Team Toyota, we're the MVP of MPG, with a huge selection of new and certified Toyota models, hybrid, electric, or gas. We've got the right option for you to drive. Plus, our award-winning service and collision centers will help keep you in the game. Team Toyota, ready for wherever the season takes you. Stop in today or visit teamlanghorne.com.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Number 8, Ryan Gregg.
Ryan Gregg, the new man on the mound for Ewing. He's gotten roughed up through the early part of this season, Fish. 5 1/3 innings, 13 hits, 9 runs, all of them earned, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. His ERA is at 11.81. And he comes in, I guess technically out of the bullpen, but really over from first base. And he inherits a situation with runners on the corners and nobody out, as Ewing is nursing this 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 6th. The other defensive changes for Ewing. Jake Bush, he's out of the game. His brother Colton Bush takes over in left field, and Zach Greener moves from left field to first base.
Well, if you're Ewing, you'd love to turn 2 here. You still got that 2-run lead. But if you're Steinert, if you can shoot one out into the right field, a right field single, get another first and third. Now all of a sudden you got Ewing having to bring the infield in.
Third baseman Tommy Ditta.
Tommy Ditta, he got robbed of an RBI his last time up. He had a hard hit ball right back to the box back in the 4th inning. A chance to come through and cut into this deficit for Ditta. The first pitch from Gregg is swung on and hit foul. Up high, delayed steal that time, and nobody was covering second.
Well, now you get tying run right out on second. Now you got some heavy lifting to do.
That was the courtesy runner Frank Ragazzo, who swiped second base. So he's courtesy running for Faniello. Second and third, nobody out. Gregg steps off.
Courtesy running for Faniello, number 8, Frank Ragazzo.
Ditta looking to come through. A base hit to the outfield could tie this game. And he lines it foul back to the screen. You know Ryan Gregg's got an arm out there on the mound, the 3-year varsity starter as the quarterback on the football team. 1-2 pitch from Greg. Ground ball right at the second baseman. Coming home with the throw. It is in time.
Wow.
Wilfrey Rodriguez guns down Ryan Cromwell at the plate. And a big first out for Ewing in this inning.
Yeah, and he wasn't playing, Rodriguez wasn't playing totally in, but he was in not like where he'd normally be. And it was hit easy enough to handle and got out there quick enough where he could make the play and make a nice throw to home. And whew, that's a big out if you're Ewing.
Here comes J.J. Mechanico. I'll tell you what, Fish, I was shocked that he was off on contact there with nobody out.
Yeah.
Runner goes, pitches a strike. They throw down to second. They throw through, and it goes into center field. That's going to allow a run to score. Ditta's going to have to hold at second, but it's a 4-3 ball game.
Mistakes will kill you.
I think what happened there, Fish, is Rodriguez kind of flashed in front of Simpkins, and it might have thrown him off. Simpkins might have thought Rodriguez was just going to cut that ball down. Instead, it skips by him, and now we've got a one-run game with a tying run in scoring position for Mechanico. And he falls behind 0-2.
Yeah, and that's a gut punch there because you just get that play second to home, and you start to think, hey, you know, maybe we're getting out of this. But hey, to give Steiner credit, they're using their legs. They're basically forcing the issue here. They're saying, all right, throw us out.
I feel like we've seen a lot of that, Fish, today. The ball's getting away from these pitchers and sailing over the hitters' heads. 0-2 the count on Mechanico. A chance to tie this game up at 4. Inside, he dances out of the way, and it's 2-2. And we'll get time called as Gamboa Ordini's going to head out and have a word with his senior right-hander. Gotta believe this conversation probably pretty simple. Hey, throw strikes. You get 2 outs here. We get out of the inning and get a chance to get some insurance in the 7th.
Yes. I believe that is it.
We continue also our trend now with these teams not being able to pick up shutdown innings. Only just the one. Two-two pitch. Just outside. And another full count, the 3rd of the inning already. Steinert, 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. For Ewing, 4, 6, and 4. Open base at first, the 3-2. Fastball line down the left field line, going towards the corner. This is going to tie the ball game up. J.J. Mechanico hasn't been starting a whole lot this season, but he certainly delivers right here. We're level at 4, and Mechanico's got a double.
Wow, he just turned on that 2-2 pitch. Got one that he was looking for, rifled it down the line. And that was no doubt about it there.
Next up for Steinert, number 12, second baseman Stephen Wright.
Was that the first extra base hit of the game, I think, isn't it?
First for Steinert. Ewing has the triple.
Oh, the triple,
for Rodriguez.
right.
But a great piece of hitting. Was able to work his way back from down 0-2, got the count full, and then got a fastball over the heart of the plate, and he did damage.
Well, that's a tough fate for Walsh, Jake Walsh. He pitched so well, but he's not going to have a win to show for it. Just a no decision.
This one's sent in the air to left field off the bat of Stephen Wright. Colton Bush, he puts it away. And so his first put out of the day. The runner will hold up at second. And so now 2 gone in the inning, and here comes John Copera.
Next up for Steinert, number 17, left fielder John Copera.
Copera today, he's singled, and he's also executed a successful sac bunt. Go-ahead run in scoring position for the Spartans. First pitch from Greg. Ground ball picked on a hop by Chisholm over there at third. The throw across the diamond is not in time, they say.
Whoa.
They must have, the base umpire must have said that Greener's foot came off the bag. And I think they're going to talk this one over because from here, Fish, it looked like Greener might have slipped on the base. But that should be an out. And he was definitely on the bag.
Yeah, let's see what they say here. Dave Andrew just watching them.
And now they say out. That's the correct call. So 2 come across the plate in the inning for Steinert. They tie this game up at 4. We'll go to the 7th here on WBCB.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Totally his fault.
Now open in Hamilton, DiLorenzo's the Berg, 147 Sloan Avenue. Tyler DiLorenzo, third-generation pie maker, brings his iconic Trenton tomato pies back to Hamilton. Try their tomato pies, including their mustard pie or clam pie, fresh salads like their famous antipasta salad, along with homemade soups and sandwiches, and so much more. You can find them located now in Hamilton, 147 Sloan Avenue. Go visit DiLorenzo's the Berg today. And Ewing Mayor Bert Steinman is cheering on all our student athletes as they hit the field, court, and track this season. Best of luck to the Blue Devils from Mayor Bert Steinman of Ewing. We go to the 7th. After the Spartans responded after giving up 3 in the top of the 6th, they come back with 2 and tie it at 4. The big hit was the double from J.J. Bracanico that brought home the tying run. And back out there on the mound is Braden Schaefer, facing 6, 7, and 8 in this Ewing lineup. It'll be Ryan Gregg, Zach Greener, and Tommy Ordini, as the Blue Devils look to take their 3rd lead of the ball game here in the 7th.
Yeah, let's see. They were up 1-0, then they were up 4-2. They were down 2-1, up 4-2, tied.
Gregg takes the first pitch strike. You know, he wants nothing more than to get a rally started here after he allowed the 2 inherited runners to come across the plate.
Yeah.
I think Nico Feniello, he forgot something in the dugout. Forgot his earpiece. Forgot the pitch-comm device. You need that here, Fish, in 2026, the pitch-comm.
Oh, yeah.
0-1 the count. The pitch from Schaefer is taken for a called strike. Good slider that time on the inside corner. It's 0-2. Gregg today, it's been a tough day at the dish. A pop out, and he's grounded into a double play with the bases loaded. Chopped down the first base line. It's a fair ball, and probably the easiest play of Ryan Cromwell's life as the ball finds the new first baseman. And there's 1 down.
Now batting number 11, first baseman Zach Greener.
Let's see if Ewing can. That was big, getting that first batter out. Because the last thing you want is Ewing coming up and starting a rally right away. You know, you just scored 2 to tie it. Now you get the first batter out, and now maybe Ewing gets a little down.
Yeah, and that's been part of the problem for both teams today, Fish, is whenever they've scored a run, they've come out and allowed the leadoff man to reach base the next inning.
Yeah.
0-1 the count on Zach Greener, and the freshman with a wave and a miss at a pitch in the dirt.
Steiner dug out like that one.
0-2 pitch from Schaefer, freshman on freshman. And that one's up and in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Breaking ball, cut on and miss, strike 3. First strikeout of the day for Schaefer, and the first strikeout for a Steinert pitcher since the 4th inning.
Yeah.
Now batting number 22, Tommy.
Both teams have been making some really good contact during the last half of this game. Tommy Ordini now the batter. He's been hit and he's walked to reach base today. And he gets his tower buzzed right there. It's 1-0. From Schaefer, popped up, foul territory. Feniello off with the mask. He has room and he can't haul it in. It nicked off of his glove that time, and it goes for a strike. And it's 1-2. Or 1-1 rather, the count on Ordini. The pitch from Schaefer. Up and in again. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ewing's had a base runner in every inning.
I think both teams have, haven't they?
Steinert had, well, they had a base runner in the 2nd, and then he was out via double play, so technically a 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah.
This would be the first clean 1-2-3 inning if Schaefer is able to put Ordini away now in a 2-2 count. Two and 2 on number 22 for Ewing. Schaefer looking to throw up a 0 and give his team a chance to walk it off. And he does just like that. A fastball right down the middle for a called strike 3. 1-2-3 go the Blue Devils in the 7th. We go to the bottom half of the inning. Spartans looking for a walk-off win when we come back.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
We head to the bottom of the 7th here from Rich Giolella Field. All even at 4, Blue Devils and Spartans. Ewing looking for their first 3-game win streak since 2024. Spartans looking to get back to 500 on the season and keep their dominance over the Blue Devils going. They've won 8 in a row against Ewing here at this field, 14 of 15 overall. They're going to have the top of their lineup due up in this bottom of the 7th. Dom DeFrancis will lead it off. He's 0 for 3. He's struck out, and he also had a bad luck line drive. Hit the ball in the screws last time up, right back to the pitcher. And now Ryan Gregg out there on the mound, looking to get this one to extras. DeFrancis takes high and wide. It's 1-0.
Well, DeFrancis can get himself in a scoring position. Nick Lepore, he's got a 2 RBI game today. Came in with 2 for the season. He's got 2 today.
That one's taken low. 2 balls and no strikes. Steinert looking for their first walk-off here in 2026.
If you walk DeFrancis, I'd place a bet that he would try to steal second.
Well, the count's now 3 balls and no strikes.
Or maybe they'd bunt him over. I don't know. But
DeFrancis doesn't have a stolen base yet this season, but he's certainly got excellent wheels if he's able to get on. And he does via hit by pitch. So 3-0, it doesn't really matter, I guess. It's just more of a painful way for DeFrancis.
Yeah, he'd rather have the walk.
And the winning run is aboard with nobody out, and here comes Nick Lepore.
Next up for the Spartans, number 5, right fielder Nick Lepore.
Well, this has been an up and down, back and forth game, but biggest takeaway for me is the job that Ewing starter Jake Bush did today. I mean, he just was, for a freshman making his first start, he was just really, he had